day, Minnie gave each of her friends a pretty pink invitation. They read Minnie's sleepover party at 5:30 p.m.
It's boring.
Emma! Well, that didn't go well, did it? The art of teaching, especially to a child, isn't easy. But what if I could show you a more effective, more enjoyable way to teach your child how to read? One that's actually going to stick in the child's mind. Volunteering at elementary schools, working at daycares, and studying the subject has helped me see that a child's going to learn better when spoken to, not at. And that just means engaging the child, making them feel that the journey is their own. They also have to have an energetic teacher. This step-by-step demonstration will guide you on how to drive results when teaching a child how to read. First, let's talk about the door that will open the child's interest and keep them entertained. Step 1. Read to the child expressively. Sound out the words. Engage the child in pronunciation with you. Be the first one and then encourage them to follow. It's going to look like this. So they ate meatballs for dinner and chocolate pudding for dessert. Emma, do you know how to read chocolate?
No.
Yeah? All right, let's sound it out together. Let. Chocolate. Now it's your turn.
Let. Chocolate.
Good job, Emma. Early Moments, a website designed to teach adults how to share the gift of reading, highlights that we should be making reading fun. Give different voices to different characters, and use theatrical gestures, like so. Hooray, Daisy cried. I love sleeping outdoors. How exciting, Clarabelle and Lily chimed in. Now that we've talked about dramatizing how we read, we're going to talk about when to pause and let what the child has learned sink in. Step 2, use appropriate pauses. There are 3 specific times when we need to stop and allow the child to learn on their own. 1, we must pause to let the child study the pictures. 2, we must pause to let the child predict. WikiHow states that doing these things helps the child understand that the pictures describe what we're about to read. This, in turn, makes the child connect and relate to the story as a whole. It goes further to say that as children grow, they become more and more cognitively aware. So this just means we must allow the child to guess what's going to come next before we turn the page. Even if their answer is wrong, their imagination should be accepted as we venture off to the different possibilities of what could happen. Once we read on, that's when we'll refer to what actually happened per the author's idea, and that's going to look something like this. Penny just looked worried and hugged her bear. What do you think is going to happen next?
She's gonna probably hug her bear even tighter.
Even tighter? All right, let's find out. The third time we need to pause is taking a moment to look at the pupil and then adjust your reading based on their body language. Which brings me to my third step. Now that we've discussed incorporating play acting and proper suspension to enhance the reading process, let's discuss how realistic the results are going to be with the child's comprehension. Step 3, be patient with a child new to reading. If they look puzzled, we may need to stop and slow it down. Find the areas that they're struggling with and focus on them. Is it fluency with pronunciation? Maybe we need to engage them more in independent learning. Ask them questions throughout the stories. At the end of the book, ask what their favorite part is or who their favorite character is. Most importantly, even if the progression isn't at its best, always congratulate them. Being patient and encouraging to continue with their learning is going to be a sure way to urge them to keep moving in the right direction. Joanne Meyer said, "It's important to nurture your beginning reader in a way that helps make reading a daily habit and a lifelong love. By being aware of what's normal for a beginning reader and by knowing how to help them progress, you're going to be sure to instill those qualities in your reader." She just emphasized that we must be consistent with how we read to them. learn the child and adapt to their tendencies. Read to them often and be an example yourself. Read in the living room, at home, read when you're in a doctor's office. Lastly, remember that it takes time for a child to learn skillfully. In conclusion, we see that children learn more effectively when they are actively involved, have an energetic teacher, get the chance to explore their imagination, and are encouraged to never give up. Showing you all one way to teach a child how to read is something I hope all of you will adopt. Keep in mind that what I demonstrated today is only one balanced literacy technique, but it is an effective one. Once again, the steps are simple. Read expressively, using appropriate pausing, and being patient with the child's comprehension levels will reap great results. Do you remember that little girl in the beginning of my speech? Well, Mom got some instruction on a different approach on how to read. She sounds out words, she watches her pupil, and she engages her daughter throughout the story. In the end, Emma reacted positively, and she's now taking books off the shelves on her own. All of our children should enjoy learning how to read, especially because reading is a key factor in their overall growth. I'm glad that I was able to share this approach with you guys today, and hopefully this will avoid any instructional casualties in the future. Thank you.